Hi, I am Rajira Toussaint Michelle, and thank you for joining me for how to align your calendar with your marketing goals. Now, I am a marketing technology coach, so I try to solve all problems with tech simply so that things can be automated. That being said, I find the best way to integrate your marketing goals with your calendar is, of course, by using a cloud based calendar and a cloud based project management system or PMS. Now, the next thing I always recommend is starting free or as cheap as possible. So I also often typically start with Asana's project management software. It gives you everything you need to get started, and then you only pay if you want advanced features. So that's what we're using today, but you can do this with about any project management system. So jumping in, the first and most important thing you want to do, of course, is make sure that your calendar is automatically updated when you make changes in your PMS. So some softwares let you integrate, some make you add your calendar with a link. Asana is one that lets you add your calendar with a link. So if you use Google Calendar, for example, this will become your one of your other calendars under that section, which I'll show you in a bit. So the first thing that you want to do is decide what exactly you want to sync to your calendar. Most times it's all of your tasks. If you're using Asana solely for business and maybe not on a team or a team that you're fully responsible for, you're typically going to sync all your tasks. If you're on just a single project on a team, you may just want to sync that project. So you have to decide, but once you do, it's essentially the same. There's just one extra step if you're doing it by project. So I'll show you that now. If you are syncing or exporting your calendar from Asana into your Google Calendar or other calendar, you are going to select this little drop down up here and then go down to Export Calendar, and you'll see this Sync to Calendar option. Now, if you're doing this from the My Tasks option, you're syncing all of your tasks, you only have to select Sync to Calendar. It's just a bit easier. Once you select that option, you see the same exact screen no matter where you started. So you just want to copy this link. Now, if you're not using Google Calendar and you're using something else, be sure to click on this tab here so that you're getting the correct link. But most often than not, people are using Google Calendar, so that's that in Asana. Whichever calendar you're using, you're then going to travel over to that calendar, and you'll actually see I've already added my Asana calendar. But you want to select your settings. Typically, you can often do it from your sidebar, but because it's different from different software, I'm just going to show you from settings for everyone's sake and for the sake of time. Once you're in settings, you'll want to scroll down, move my head over if that's a problem for you, and then scroll down or go down to your add calendar option. And we are adding from a URL since we just copied one from Asana. And you're just going to paste it in there. If for some reason you want it to be public, you can select that, but typically you don't want everyone having access to your Asana tasks. So you're just going to skip that and add calendar. And once you do, you will see those tasks now in your calendar. Now, one thing that I want to be sure to note that is not free in Asana is the option to add end times, start times, end dates, start dates. So if you want something scheduled at a particular time, you will have to pay for that. So ignore my typos here, but let me show you exactly. For free in Asana, you can add a due date, and you'll see here it came up just as an all-day event kind of thing. But you also get other options down here, for example, adding a time. Now, for free, you can add a due time, so it will come up in your calendar for that time, that end time. But you cannot add a start date or a start time unless you're paying for their premium features. So that's the only thing you want to keep in mind in this case. But other than that, once you do, you get your project management tasks right alongside all of your other tasks. And I always recommend including your personal tasks as well, so you can plan around holidays, family vacations, whatever it may be. So let me know what you think. Again, this is just an introduction. So if you get started and you have questions, just drop them in the comments or mention me on social media. I'm at Ruggiera MTM everywhere. So thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time.